The Lockdown Board Meetings 2020. Written by Martin Hesketh. Read by Derek Johnston. Snarly Karen. 30th Lockdown Board Meeting, Sunday, 19th April 2020. In attendance, me, Chair, Spud II, Head of Cat Department, Spencer, Head of Bigger Dog Department, Ada, Head of Smaller Dog Department, Horny Frank, Head of Horny Rabbit Department, Beardy, Head of Not So Horny Rabbit Department. Apologies, none. Call to order 0600 hours. 1. There were sufficient members for a quorum. 2. Minutes of previous meeting approved. 3. Business from last meeting, none. 4. Statement from the Chair. Boris's mate Professor Powis stated that the government was working incredibly hard to supply PPE to frontline NHS workers, so that's good. The Army delivered PPE to NHS staff one day last month for a photo shoot, which was good. Boris is still sick at number 10, but Captain Tom is healthy at number 1, so that's great. 5. Business updates. 5.1. Ada.
Ada stated that she had a brush pass with Karen the sheep in the railway verge area to discuss the recent meet-up with Foxy, the foxy-nosed fox. Karen the sheep was slightly put out to hear that she wasn't trusted by Foxy, the foxy-nosed fox. In fact, she was more than put out. She started making these funny, weird noises and pulling weird, snarlish faces. She was angry, to be perfectly honest, added Ada, and she's not a pretty sight when she's angry. That crooked look she gives you, those poky eyes, although great lashes, and those yellow earrings do nothing for her. Ada didn't mention the discontentment within the board. She didn't want to provoke the snarl. Anyway, Ada added that Karen the sheep calmed down and decided to take Ada on a visit to the farm to prove that she's legit. We manoeuvred up the railway verge area in the direction of Uptown, past some other garden areas, through very thick thickets. Then we saw them, a sneaky RLT cell in training. They were all over an old busted sofa, practising giving each other what for, scrambling out of their underground tunnel, dishing out a bit more what for, then scrambling back down the tunnel again. It was precision at its best. Incredible to watch, really.
5.2. Beardy. Beardy stated that he was glad we're being more cautious with Karen the sheep and asked when Ada was going for the meet-up with Ben the Longtail and where.
Good question, replied Ada. Now that Karen the sheep isn't involved in the talks, we'll have to open up a back channel ourselves to try and contact Ben the Longtail.
Beardy stated that he could chat to one of the fox-type visitors that come into the garden area at night, and they could pass a message on to Foxy, the foxy-nosed fox, who in turn will arrange the meet-up with Ben the Longtail. That's a big risk, argued Spencer. If that intel gets into the wrong paws or claws, or even the odd hoof, that could spell danger. 5.3. Spencer. Spencer asked Ada what was the farm like.
Ada stated that she never actually got to see the farm. When they saw the RLT cell training, they hid and observed for a while. They didn't want to expose themselves because now they know where their training ground is and know the coordinates of a tunnel entrance. So after a while, Ada continued, Karen the sheep decided that they should head back.
Beardy argued that we still don't know if the farm is real or not.
Ada stated that it's obvious it's real. We were on our way there.
5.4. Horny Frank. Horny Frank stated that there's no way he would trust the fox-type visitors that come into the garden area at night. For all we know, they could be RLT sympathisers. Horny Frank asked Ada if she'd seen any fox-types in the railway verge area, especially near the RLT training cell.
Ada stated that she never saw any fox-type visitors, but could smell that they had been there recently.
Horny Frank said that he knew it. They are working together. 5.5. Spud. Spud stated that the meeting area for the meet-up should be in the garden area again. Horny Frank argued that the sneaky wee longtails wouldn't come into the garden area, especially during the day when they know Spud is lurking.
Ada stated that Horny Frank was right. The meeting point should be under the decking in the northeast corner of the garden area. It's still in the garden area, so safe for us, but also safe for the long-tails.
Spud asked, was Ada really going under the decking area?
Ada stated no. There is a broken plank and she can look right down into the under the decking area. Therefore, she should be able to see Ben the Longtail. If Ben the Longtail jumps out to dish out some what for, Ada continued, she could easily give him what for back. But if she tries to jump down to give him what for because he's been discourteous and acting like a tallywhacker, then she'd get stuck because she's too big, and Ben the Longtail could give her what for all day long.
6. Other business, none.